Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I appreciate Chairman Sanders, Ranking Member Burr, and others for letting us come today to introduce our fellow Ohioan. And it's a pleasure to be here with my colleague from Ohio, Sherrod Brown. And I think Sherrod has said it well. This is a distinguished patriot who's willing to step forward for his country. And I hope as you consider his nomination that, the right questions are asked, but that we be sure we can get him there as soon as possible to provide some direction to an agency that needs it badly. Bob's a friend. Deanne and Bob are friends of Jane's and mine. I'm delighted that both Jane and I can be here today at their side. It's a tough job, as I've told Bob when he asked me about it. And we just had town hall meetings all across the state of Ohio the last several weeks. No one in the Senate knows more about this than the members of this committee. But there are a lot of concerns right now. Some, as the chairman has said, have to do with the health care side. Others have to do with disability and the long wait lists on both sides. We've got an opportunity in this leader to be able to help turn this around. He does understand the problem. He's been in the military. We've talked about his record as an Army Ranger and West Point graduate. He understands how critical the need is. At this point, having talked to him, he also believes that his experience, having been involved in managing and helping to reform a huge, complex organization, will come in handy. He also understands the healthcare industry. Proctor is very big in healthcare, and I think that's important at this point. One thing I will say is that I think one thing that Bob McDonald did at Proctor, which was impressive, is push accountability down to every level. And he can talk more about that specifically. But he started off as a brand assistant, went all the way up to become chief executive. But he also launched an effort to be sure that everyone at every level feels that accountability that the CEO must feel to be able to provide, in that case, a good product for consumers. And I think that's really critical right now with our accountability issues we see at the VA. He's also been on a lot of other corporate boards. You've got that in his background. He's also been involved in some government issues. When I was at U.S. Trade Rep's office, he would come in and talk to me about trade. He's been on President Obama's Advisory Committee for Trade Policy and Negotiation and President Bush's. So he's a guy that has had some interaction with government at some high levels. When it comes to running a big organization, again, he's a world-class business person, but I think his experience in the military is equally important. And bottom line, I think, is you said, Chairman Sanders, for Bob McDonald and for Deanne, this is not about a job. This is about a mission. And he has answered the call before to serve his country. He is prepared to make the sacrifices to do that again and to focus like a laser on these problems in a nonpartisan way to create the kind of service that our veterans so richly deserve. I hope that you will see fit to send him to the floor with a strong vote and we can get his leadership at a VA that needs it badly. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.